Well, I'm back from running. Had to go out and get some sodas and some dinner and so on and so forth. So it took a little longer for me to get going again than I thought. But we're good to go to settle down for a session of sanding. My favorite thing. And I was looking at this thing, and it ain't too bad. It's not. It's not as bad as I thought. I mean, I got a lot of tape spots on it, but I've been working on it, and I think it's going to be okay. I think it has no choice but to be okay. So, let's get to blocking out that one spot. Get that done there. I guess we'll use some 320 and then go to 600. After I get all these little spots sanded here, I'm going to open up the canopy and see if I can't set up my airbrush and spray that canopy green inside. I don't know how this hole got here, but it certainly did. Need to get the tail wheel soldered, and there's just a ton of stuff to do. I did cheat, and I did shoot a little primer on it while it was sitting here. I might do that again for this. Already smells like dope in here, so I haven't heard any complaints yet over that. How was that? Oh, another sanding block. Wish the light was better in here, but it's not. So I'm kind of stuck with what I got. It ain't like working in John's shop, I can tell you that. At least in John's shop, you can really see. You got about 10 million lumens there. That's feeling better. I'm only about $2,500 away from re-retirement. So by the end of the year, we'll be back to, I think, building in my shop. That worked real good. Not too shabby. Now you can see it, but you can feel it a whole lot better. So my suggestion is always use your fingers. a long night. When I painted it yesterday, I looked at it and go, God, there's a lot of spots on this thing. And there is, but if you don't get too excited and just fix one spot at a time, you'll get them all. Frank's model shop or whatever, I sent him a message to see if he'd like to collaborate with me. Come on and we'll talk models. He builds RC airplanes, but it looks like he's a decent builder, so we'll see if we can't get him some subscribers over there, and we'll work together. Because even though he's RC, it's all the same shit. I just hope you don't monocoat the thing. I'd like to see him do a real airplane, you know, dope, and that block's good. That worked real good. I was afraid it wasn't. We'll hit it with another coat of primer. And hey, Miguel. Now I did use a little primer on this, but very little. All this gray is dope, but it's the same color as the primer. Remember, I had a little spot up here. I just blew on a little bit of primer, very little. We'll sand her back off. And I just kind of want the whole thing pretty close to the same color gray for next weekend when I shoot on that metallic gray. Thing is to try to get most of this crap off of here so we're not carrying around a lot of weight. Gotta get her smoothed out. It's raining like a bitch out there. Yeah, it won't be long. End of the year, it should be. My intention is to do every rivet, every panel line, every piece of nomenclature that goes on this thing is going to be on it. Basically like I did with my other Thunderbolt. The only difference between this one and the one that you see fly in my prior movies, the bubble top, is, well, two differences. This is a razor, the other was a bubble. That one was covered with death paint, this one won't be. So that other one was in the 70s. We're going to try to keep this mid 60s. I'd like to see it under 64, but I just don't think I can make it. There's just too much airplane here. But I would love to see somebody else build this airplane besides Billy at this weight. Of course, this wasn't my first choice wood, so might have could have got it lighter if I'd had good stuff, super good stuff. Yeah, that's the spot. It's a spot. Well, thank you. 10 watchers already. Huh. Remember, there's no paint on it yet. Just cleared dope that's dyed. The paint that's going to go on Saturday, one coat, and it'll be covered. One coat. So at least that's the plan. Yeah, I got a spot there, but I'm not going to be able to get it out. Unless I grind the piss out of it. So, I'm not going to worry about that one. I have to put an ink line on it. How much does a prop make? We haven't made a prop yet, and Dan ain't making it. Dan's helping me with the molds. I'm making it. I'm going to try to get it to weigh less than this big tube later. I'm going to make a gas tank mold too. I'm thinking about, yeah, well, thank you, Alexander. What happened to my sponge, my little sponge? That gets a bar and a invasion stripe anyway, so it'll be all right. But this doesn't look good. I wonder if Jim's watching and if he's sanding. Probably not. You know, I'm going to cut them axles off, I think. They keep hanging up on my foam. That'll drop a little weight. So, I basically got all the, there's one more. I basically got all the tape spots sanded out on the top. Once I get that done, where I get all the tape spots fixed, all the buggers fixed that I want to fix, I'll sand the whole thing evenly with 600 and make it look like plastic. How am I going to get that out? John says, don't sand all the paint off. Yeah. Got to get it off. Got to get it off. Bad Chad, the Bob Ross of sanding. Ha 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 ha. He dream on, buddy. Okay, I had a spot here. Let's change the camera angle. I got a spot back here, and then that'll be the end of this top, and we'll flip it over. Well, I got that one spot there. I'll just turn this around. We had a spot there. Had a spot here. We'll get out. I think I probably should switch over to 600 for this one. We'll just sand the whole leading edge wet. Remember what I said about this aqua green? But get it off. You don't want it on there. That stuff is heavy. Used to be old red lead spot punny. It was made of lead. But it shrank. This new product is a lot better. I think it's polyester. It doesn't shrink, and there we go. Okay, get some 600 on that. $600 wet. If you were here to see this, you could see what I'm sanding out. I'm sanding out any of the lows. And what that does for you, if you get a nice thin coat of paint on, it makes it smooth. It makes it lay really flat. I'm going to considerably more work on this airplane than I did on either the Continental or the Tucker. Tucker turned out all right. I did all the sanding at the end, but because I don't have 22 ounces of hardware to tote in the Tucker, I didn't worry about it too much. Okay, I'm gonna take them wheel skirts off and block them in too. Sanding like crazy, you bet. Now I'll see if I can show it here. I'm afraid there's not enough paint on it to get it all out. But I'll see if I can show you what I'm talking about here. If you stand and look at this, and I can see it now. You look there, it's shiny. You look there, it's shiny. You look there, it's shiny. So on and so forth. You want to get all those out of there. No. I'm the Bob Ross of sanding. It ain't Bad Chad that's the Bob Ross of sanding. He stole that from me. And it's easy to paint cars because you don't care what it weighs. Yeah, it should be all right. Can't go too far. I'll be sanding into the paper. There's no paint on this thing. You gotta be really careful. You'll have to do like that. We'll block it out in the clear. Okay, I got this spot over here. I remember. Let's see how I'm going to address that. Like I sanded a holler in there. What makes an airplane look really nice is like on the Tucker, where the backbone comes back and it molds right into the rudder with no transition. And all the fillets are nice and all the cap strips. I mean, that really adds a lot to it, in my opinion. When you see all the woodwork done correctly. Don't have a lot of buggers. And I can tell what airplane's got lots of paint on it too. Okay, that one's not a problem. This one's a problem. I don't know how to fix that. I guess. Let me feel it. No, it's solid. It's not soft. If you look right here, there's a shadow. See that shadow right there? I want it like a car door. I don't want it like a if I was painting it black, that would really stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, where is my block? Where did it go? How can I stand right here, not move, and lose stuff? I'm gonna start throwing this shit out. I need to take a weekend and just empty this apartment out, vacuum everything, dust everything off. See, it's only one room, so wouldn't be hard to hit everything in a day. Okay. Throw this out. Okay, let's give her a whirl, Earl. So for doing this, I'm going to take this and I'm going to stand it on its nose. Oh, there's the block right in front of my face. That's good. It just looks bad. It doesn't feel bad. I got it. Wow. Cool. I didn't have to fight it too much. Still got a little bit there. I hit it with a little primer. Now this is a no-no, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think the manager would be totally upset with me, but tough. Yep, still there. I guess I'm going to have to smooth in some shit. So we'll do that. And we'll just smooth in some added stuff instead of getting the concave. I'll bring the load high, and well, I mean, because that'll bother me for the life of the airplane if I don't get that out of it. I have been known to take an X-Acto knife and cut a hole and cut that out, shove wood in it, and resand it to get them fixed. Because it will drive me crazy. I can't have it. Well, I'm down to the last can of the best primer in the world. Make sure it's the right one, yeah. Yeah. If you can never find this stuff in this particular formulation, this is the good stuff. It says right on it, contains ketones, toluene, and xylene. Danger, extremely flammable. This is the good stuff. The new stuff that says aromatic distillates or whatever is crap. Can looks the same, but it's different. It's total crap. Better open the door. Spray a little Glade in here. Yeah. Smells great. Got 11 people watching. See how nice and quick that dries? I mean, it's dry. It's sandable right now, even though we don't want to sand it because I got a spot in there. Like I say, I guess I'm going to have to bring that up. It's almost dry enough to put some stuff in it. Well, I'm going to have to take this sheet out too. Blow it out. Let me do that now. While this is drying, I'll take the sheet out. We got them stacked up like cordwood here. I'll be right back. I'm going to shake this sheet out. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I'll vacuum later. Come on. You guys learn anything how to apartment build? I gave a little rendition of how to make an omelet in the microwave in 3 minutes this morning. Okay. we're back. Okay, should be dry enough. I'll smooth some green shit in there and we'll knock that flat. The only thing I can do, besides cut it out, which could happen. Little bundle, get a little bundle. Okay. Now I need to sand about 90% of that off. But that should take care of the spot. Should. All right, what are we going to do now? I guess we could work on this cockpit and get the canopy cut in for that. Let's see here. I'm going to fix this spot here first. 38 minutes. I got a spot there I need to fix too. Okay, I need to get this one. And here's the kicker. You see me go over this and get these spots. When I take it to John, he's going to go over it and he's going to see some more spots. And then I'm going to have to decide, do I want to fix them or do I want to just paint it? Or paint it and then fix them. But there's going to be some more spots. It's pretty close though. Hey guys, like, subscribe, and share. If you're not a member, please consider joining. It's $4.95 a month or whatever. Helps the channel. If you guys think I'm making a killing on this, you'll be sadly mistaken. Let's see, we want to sand this with 600 here. Sadly mistaken. Okay, well, I need this one. Or is it the other one? Little one. Where's the little one? It's not this one. Shit. Yeah, we'll try this one. We'll try this one. Man, about screwed up. About used the wrong paper. Damn. There it is. There it is. Don't want to use any 180 now. I'm going to paint the cockpit in a little bit here. I'm going to break out my airbrush and my airbrush compressor. Mask that all off. I'm in the mode of fixing all these little spots right now. It all has to get done. As long as I'm looking at these. I want to get them before I forget them. Okay. All right, let's drag out the stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or not. What are you going to do? I don't have any paper here. That's the only problem. I got white paper. I got some white paper. I'll tape it off with that, I suppose. First thing I need to do is make him a seat. We got the bulletproof thing in there, but I need to put a little backrest on it. And let's see how we're going to do that. Get a pen here. Hope it writes. It does. So his shoulders come to there. And his head is almost to the top. So I would say that it would be no more than 3/32 for a seat. We have a scrap. Here's a piece of 16th. We'll use this. Oh no, this is not. So what I got to do is I need to put a back in here. You got to have something to, and then a headrest. You got to have that. You got to have the stuff. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to find the square. Now we use this big one here. Close enough. Now I'm going to give you a little clue for added realism. Now if I just glue this stick on here on the back, it won't look like he's sitting in it because it's flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take sandpaper in my thumb and rub it like that to give it a little concave. Sounds ridiculous, but he's got a parachute on there. So if this was a seat, it wouldn't have square corners either. I think by the looks of what I can find on the web, this was a canvas seat. You know, it had eyelets in it and stitched up and all that, but I'm not sure. But I know it's not going to look like a square piece. It's going to be round like that. We're going to round it off. That looks pretty good. I'm going to glue it on there. I'm going to paint it, all of it OD green. Then I'll come back and paint this a different color, like brown. I think it would probably be better to paint this OD green and paint that brown separate, and then stick it together. And you guys know where I can get a 1/2 1.25 inch spinner? I looked on Brodak and they ain't got one. I'd like to have an aluminum 1.25 inch spinner for my 1/2 Cobra that I'm going to give away. That's probably enough. We're going to do the quick finish on this with the CA. I'm going to use water-based paint. I'm sure the water-based paint would suck up into that like it was nothing. Maybe I'll paint it black. There it is. There's the seat. Keep adding all these details, it'll be 80 ounces. Let's see how it's going to look. Yep. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Well, I gotta dig out the compressor. Get rid of these props here. What a waste those were. What a waste those props were. Now here is a pile of gold. Anybody know what these are? These are 13.6 rev ups. That's my lifetime supply. Okay, so we need an airbrush. Let's see here. Got an airbrush, but I have no way to. Crap. The regulator's over John's. Damn. Well, I'm stuck. I guess we're gonna have to brush it. I was gonna spray it, but I'm gonna have to brush it. It'll be fine. I better. What are we doing here? I guess I could. Yeah, this is no good. Damn. Why did I do that? I left it over John's. I don't have another hose that'll go on there. I really wanted to spray it. Shit. So I'm sunk as far as spraying it goes. I have to go over John's to get the regulator, and that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Come on. Trouble. Oh, man. I got a Kafka quill here. It's got some oil in it. Hopefully alcohol will take it out because I don't have any thinner here. I'll give her a whirl, see what happens. If it turns out crappy, I'll have to sand it and repaint it, I guess. That feels all right. Okay, a little OD green. Here we go. Come on. You know, I think I'd really like probably to wait till tomorrow to do this because I can go to Harbor Freight on after work and buy a regulator. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think it would turn out a lot better sprayed. That's just me. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'd rather not screw it up. I've come this far. Just because you guys are anxious doesn't mean that I want to chance messing it up. It ain't worth it. So I'll work on this. I'll get it sealed up, sanded. Wee hot. Wee. Sorry about that, guys. We're not going to paint the cockpit today. No regulator. Have no way to hook the hose to the compressor. Okay, that was the fast seal on this CA and sand it. It'll probably take paint now. Boy, she's raining out there now. Hope I don't lose electricity. Been known to happen here. But I got a generator in the car. When a tornado came through here and everybody didn't have electricity, I did. Be prepared. Okay, that worked out okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it on and then paint it with the. I'll spray it all OD green and then paint it with a brush. I could go to Harbor Freight tonight. I've already been out once today. I hate driving around just to be driving around. It's just I don't know. I used to like to drive when I was a kid, but it ain't worth it anymore. Can't afford it. Yep, I think I'm going to glue it on, and we'll go from there. We'll paint our OD green all together. That way I get to see what it's going to look like anyway. Ooh-wee. That way we ain't got a problem. Now I need a square headrest. All this does is make things a little more interesting in there. I mean, kind of like the glass lenses that I put on, the epoxy lenses I put on. I mean, does it do anything? Nah, just makes them pop a little bit. I'll probably go ahead and paint the buckle silver too. It's something to do. Okay, if I was a headrest, what would I look like? I would look like this. Let's see here. I'd be about that wide. And I'd be about that square. Can you guys hear the rain coming down? I mean, it's torrential rainstorm. Okay. Slowing down now. Here again, this wouldn't be flat either. It would have a concave in it, so we're going to have to sand a little bit of concave into it. Nobody's going to look at this thing that close, but I'll know. I'm still debating on what to do with the instrument panel. Okay. Come on now. Fall off my finger. Close enough. And we'll do this. Hour and 8 minutes in. You guys still interested, or should I stop and do something else? I'm going to work until probably till 11 o'clock tonight on this, 10 or 11. But, you know, I normally stop and eat dinner, and I don't post that, and I don't post when I'm on these terminal rolls where I'm just going for it. I don't see how you guys can stand and watch this for 8-10 hours. So I don't post it. Okay, so now we got a little. You're there watching, huh? We now have a little headrest. If I was a headrest, I would be. Let me look and see where his head goes. I would be right there. Now I got to figure out how to get it on there without smoothing glue everywhere. So I would say that take this knife, I'll put it on the knife here. You guys are gonna love this. See if we get a little glue out of this. Yeah, we got a little glue out of that. We're gonna take a little bit of glue, put it on the back of this. And I'm gonna take kicker. I'm gonna take kicker and spray it on this. And I'm gonna take this. I got one shot to get it on there square. That's it. What do you think? Was that cool? Get it on there. Got it on there without smearing it all over the place. So this will be OD green, this will be black. That'll go in there like so. That'll go in there like so. That looks mighty fine. That'll look just perfect. Let me zoom in on that so you can see. Yeah. Yep, that turned out right. So we're not going to paint the cockpit today, unfortunately. We'll do it tomorrow. I just don't want to brush that shit in there. Not that it's heavy. That's the color it's going to be, OD green. It's just that I'd like to have it even. I don't want any brush strokes in it. So we'll spray it. This will all be OD green inside here. I might do the cockpit floor black. I'm not sure yet. And the dashboard or instrument panel. I have the layout. I also have a decal of the instrument panel. I don't have any white decal paper. I only have clear. Let's see where that is. These are all the correct rivet lines or panel lines and rivet markings for the airplane. I'm going to put all this shit on it. Do I have a little piece of vinyl? Too bad you don't have a piece of vinyl or... No, I just need the regulator. Where the heck is the instrument panel? There it is. So we got a throttle quadrant. I need to make a, I guess I could make the gun sight. But that's the location of the instruments. We've got bombs and drop tanks, and all this stuff doesn't add any weight. You know, all the painting, the ink lines, so I'm not worried about that. But I am worried about adding any extra parts. Bombs, rockets, drop tanks, Zuni missiles. But look at all this. Look at all them panel lines. Let me zoom back out. What happened to the mouse? There we go. Now, in 2004, when I went to the Worlds and I saw Billy's bubble top that had all the scale details, all the rivet, just like this, all the rivet lines and all that. He had every rivet on there was, he said, was hand done, and they were perfect. And I couldn't figure out how in the hell did he do that. Well, I figured it out. He didn't do that shit by hand. Ain't no way. They were just too perfect. What I'm going to do is I have my sign plotter and the vinyl. I'm going to cut strips of vinyl 1 inch wide, lay it down on a table on a cork mat, put a yardstick on it, and I bought pounce wheels of different sizes. And I'm going to pounce those holes in that thing, and I'm going to spray paint them. Ain't no way I'm going to sit there and put every dot on there. So that's what I got. We're going to try it anyway. I don't know whether it'll work. I never done it before, but I got a feeling when I was a sign painter, you know, you take a pattern and you take a pounce wheel, you put lamp black in a sock, and you pounce that through those holes, and it left little dots. So you could just take your quill and you're done. Well, I got to thinking, well, why can't I do that with a pounce, you know, do that pounce wheel trick for rivets? So yeah, I done a lot of shit in my life. I was a sign painter, I pinstriper, body man, motorcycle mechanic, welder, whatever I want to do, I can do it. Cabinet maker, glazer. I work for Palm Canyon Glass, worked for Imperial Valley Sign, Palm Springs Cabinet, did Parsons tables and bullshit like that. And whatever I want to do, I can do. It's just a matter of, do I want to do it? And any of you young guys that watch my channel and see all the skills that I have building these airplanes, it came from things that I've done in my life. Welding, mechanicking, you know, electrical, real aircraft. And the only way you're going to do it, the only way you're ever going to get one of these airplanes is desire. You're going to want to get it. And to get it, you'll do anything to do it. And you'll do exactly what I do. So you watch the film, just emulate what I'm doing. Pretty simple. Copy. And back in my day, and I'm sure that because my channel is 60 and up, back in our day, nobody would tell you anything. Not a thing. Well, how'd you put that on there? Well, I can't tell you. Because they thought it was getting an edge on you. Well, now we're all old, and it don't matter. I'll tell you anything you want to know. If you look at the forum and watch who's talking, I don't post much on the forum anymore because I do this live stream. I mean, I'll show you what I'm. It's a lot easier for me to show you than to type it out. I used to on Stuka Stunt to build logs, and I'm sure Wayne would like me to do those again, but it just takes too much work to type that shit out, you know, edit the pictures, edit this, that. I don't have all that time. So this, and that's another reason why I want to live stream, is because I don't want to edit. I just want to post it. It's raw information. If you guys like it, great. If you don't, well, that's fine too. Ain't enough time in the day. It's kind of like this this 3-axis laser cutter I got. If I wasn't working, I was back in St. Louis, I could sit down at my workbench and play with that thing, which I'm going to do eventually. Can I figure it out? Yes, but AutoCAD. Now just think about this. I taught myself how to write PHP, C++, HTML, and all this other shit. Well, that's all well and good. That took 15 years to figure out. Now I got to learn G code, and then I got to learn SolidWorks, and I got to learn some other type. How much time do I have left? There's not enough life left to learn all that shit. So I just do it the old-fashioned way. Stick out my thumb, go, yep, that looks right. And make it happen. And trust me, your brain is about 100 times faster than a computer. Now we got Gary Sinclair on here. He's learning graphic arts, but I'll guarantee you that when he did Vellum and ink, it was 10 times faster than any CAD program. You don't have to think about it. Just draw the line and you're done. Computers are a big waste of time. By the time you've got it figured out, you go, shit, I got it done already. They had a saying at Boeing, the airplane's not ready to fly till the paperwork outweighs the airplane. Now, what kind of nonsense is that? That fixed it right up, too. That's good. That'll be fine. Thought it was low or high, but it was really low. Five times radius square around the corner. All this math BS. Okay. Now don't get me wrong, like where I almost made that mistake in percentages when we were doing that mold making stuff. I put a 0 in there, and it's a good thing Dan knew what he was doing. But when I mix paint at work, let's say I'm going to paint a truck body or whatever, and it's 5-to-1. You think I measure that shit? I go, there's that much, and there's that much, and spray away. And I ain't had a problem yet. I don't think it's that critical. I think they'd like to make a science project out of it, but we were standing on John's driveway, and he was talking about some place he wanted to buy some lacquer, and they said, "Oh, you can't buy that." Well, why not? That's professionals only. What? Give me a break. I've been using lacquer all my life. Walked into a store today. He said, "Do you have a mask?" "No." "We have to have a mask to come in here." I said, "Why? They don't work." He said, "Well, we're not going to argue efficacy." "Okay, great. Why'd you get a vaccine if you got to wear a mask?" "Oh, yeah." So I'm just sick of liberal nonsense. Let's go, Brandon. It'll all get straightened out. Come on, get out of there. Feather in there. They must really think we're stupid. You can't believe it. Just that little bit right there, that hid that spot that was driving me fruit. I tried sanding it off, but that wasn't happening. So build it up. Problem is, how good does it have to be before it weighs 80 ounces? And we can't have that, so I'm going to have to give up on fixing buggers at some point. I can't fix them by sanding them out. You're going to have to say, well, that's good enough. And if it's not on the front row, it'll be on the second row. But it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Now, if you look at this, you see how you really can't see from there. You see how it feathers in there? You can't feel that. You see how there's a straight line there? You can bet you can feel that. If you can feel it, you'll be able to see it. So we need to get that feathered out now. Not to say that a straight line is bad. It's not great. Your eyes will go to it. But this is going to be OD green on the top right here. And OD green is just about black. And black is the worst color for showing any imperfections. White is the best. Yellow second. Orange. Red, not so much. Red's more towards the black scale. The black reflects all the light. That's why a car body has to be absolutely perfect for a black paint job. I would never order a black car from a dealership. Not because of the heat either. It's because I'd never be happy with it because the bodywork is always going to look terrible. I go, hey, what do you do about that? Look at the wave in that thing. You want to be the happiest buying a car, buy a white one or a light colored one. They show less dirt too. Okay, can still feel it. That bump is gone though, so that's good. I guess I could cut in that canopy area today. So much work to do and not enough time. Not like I'm on a time schedule, but right there, right, one little spot. One little spot. Ah, it's soft, that's why. It ain't quite dry. Ah, I pulled it up. Oh well. See that spot right there? Still too soft. Got this sanded in good. Got that there good. I'll have to let that dry smooth a little bit more on there and feather it out. I'm sanding this round, and I'm not sanding back and forth this way. I'm sanding it at an angle to try to knock the highs off and make it round. It'll be fine. I think we're going to switch to 600 though. I think 320 on some of this stuff is just too aggressive. So, man, that's a bummer I did that. Oh well. Yeah, did you watch the Friday night chat? It was great. If you're not willing to put in this type of sweat equity, don't even bother with a super nice dope finish. It just takes a lot of work. You see it drag there? It means it's high and dry. Man, I gotta put in a lift in a van tomorrow. I'm bumming out. I hate that. John will say, "You sanded all the paint off." Yeah, well, gotta get it smooth. Nice. Nice. You know, when you paint one of these airplanes and you first put the paint on it, you go, God, look at that, how terrible it is. But after you massage it for a while, you get another coat on, massage it a little more, it starts to come around. Just how many times do you want to massage it? Now here's a kicker for you. If I wanted to take 5,000 grit sandpaper, sand this whole thing and polish it out, it would shine. It's just like, well, it's clear dope, so. Let's see, we got that sanded off. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for that to dry. I think I'm going to take a break. I'll be back at 7 o'clock. We'll sand a little more if you guys can deal with it. I mean, if not, I can still continue to sand by myself. I got a spot here I got to fill. All right, that's going to do it. We'll see you at 7. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.